All right. Good morning and welcome back to the London session. Here it is. It should be around 5:10 Eastern Standard now, and let's get started off with the Euro USD hourly. Okay, what we are seeing right now is a bit of correction, a bit of extension on the corrective side. Euro is trading around 425, just about 25-30 pips lower than what we were expecting it uh, last session. Let me just check out the Fibonacci retracements, and it is right now just around the 38.2% Fibonacci support. All right, and it's kind of uh, we should be expecting support coming here. And let me also check the other side. It's a diverging scenario. It's not a diverging scenario, but it's okay. We are back to 30 levels. So the structure in the euro remains absolutely unchanged. For now, it is even better for us to re-enter. So if you're just wanting to add positions or enter on the fresh side, then this is the time to do so. 1.0425. Let me remove the uh, RSI. Okay, so that's the price we can go and buy. You can add around 1.040020 kind of a range, and the stop loss definitely would be the same 1.0200, and the upside target will also remain the same. I would like to flash the 4-hour chart for that, and that goes to 750, and that 750 would be the first one, and beyond that would be 1.1100. All right, sir. So the larger degree trend in the euro, for those who are still joining in for the first time, remains unchanged, and it's pushing towards uh, the higher side of the price action. It's poised to rally all the way towards 1.12 and higher. Please be aware about the noise today during the New York session, or late New York session, maybe around 2 p.m. Eastern. We're expecting FOMC to come out. So the session could remain volatile for today, and that would be good for us because the entries will trigger very fast. Remember, if you are not inclined to go long at this price, and if you want further retracements, then the next entries where you would be more comfortable to enter would be around the 350 or 300, 320, 350 kind of a range, where it's actually the 61.8% of the entire recent upswing, around 1.0288 through 1.0515. All right, but I think it's going to be good if we enter partially now and remaining around the 320 or 340. We don't want to be missing out on this rally. Tell you what, it's an opportunity for us on building positions towards the larger degree trend, which is up. All right. So let's move forward with the dollar index, please. We'll go on the hourly chart. I think wave 4 is just on the verge of pushing one more high. But tell you what, I mean, the structure that we are seeing right now is looking good actually. Multiple overlapping waves and sub waves and smaller waves. That is a typical sideways activity which can be easily identified. As discussed in the last session as well, they drag themselves with respect to price and hardly do anything with respect to, they drag themselves with respect to the time factor and hardly do anything with respect to the price factor. So I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. Unless it is making or it is carving a leading diagonal, we should be fine with the wave 4 analogy which we are prepared with. Alright, now I'm not really sure whether we are going to see this 5 wave rally anytime sooner, but I'm still keeping that open because once that 5th wave drops lower, uh, we should be seeing some kind of a pullback. Now that pullback could be all the way 5 ways, uh, running back to 108, 50, 60, or it could just be a 3 wave corrective rally and retrace the recent drop. Alright, we'll look into that part later, but right now we are focused on 105.60 on the downside. So trading point of view, nothing really changes. We are in a better position to enter shorts right now, 107.09, and yes, of course, you can go and add around this level, and if you're inclined to still have an optimized limit order, which is really not recommended, at least be on the short side with some positions. But if you still want to add further limit orders, it should be around 107.71. We should be good around 107.71, or maybe around 70 and 108. All right. The stop loss remains constant around 109.85. Ideally, I would say 110.30. Remember again, the this is the 8 cap provider for dollar index, so there will be some price difference with the highs and lows that the dollar index is printing. All right. Okay. So gold. That's the next one. I mean, that's the one which has been making the moves on the opposite side of our trade setups. We've just entered an aggressive trade in gold, and that's simply because of that huge price divergence. Can you see that? Uh, Prices moving up, and that's absolutely opposite on the other side. Now, believe it or not, technically, okay, you need to count your waves and do stuff, do other stuff as well. But tell you what, by just looking at the 5th wave RSI divergence, 9 out of 10 times it has been hitting the spot. It is, of course, an aggressive and risk trade setup. So if you're not up to it, you might want to stay aside. But the previous trade, which we were recommending, the counts are no more valid. So I've removed the counts. But if we go and touch base with the recent structure, I mean, that can be done on the 15 minutes time frame, a bit more systematic manner. You can see an impulse is just about to complete. Third wave rallied all the way to an extension. So if we go by this 15 minutes low volatility chart with the potential 5-way movement, either complete or just about complete, that rally has been accompanied by bearish divergence on the RSI. See that? And we've got to go back on the hourly chart to confirm what we are seeing is, yes, there you see the RSI divergence. So the stop loss aggressively, the trade setup is still on with shorts active from 293, 2920, 2930, even 35 actually last session. If you are wanting to take fresh positions, it's okay. The risk reward ratio is just about 10 points of risk and 25 points of reward. Ideally, if that is done correct, we should be seeing a fierce reversal coming back towards 2925, 2870 actually, the Friday lows. And if you're wanting to have more price action first and then initiate the shorts, then it's recommended to stay away, sit aside for a while, and let this price break below 2877 before you can re-enter on a pullback. Alright, so either we go short right now with the 29.55 stop loss and the target around 28.76. That's an aggressive stance, a super aggressive stance, I would say. And a conservative stance would be to stay aside and remain on the sidelines, allow price action to break below 28.75, and then on a pullback, we re-enter on the short side with a stop about recent high. Alright. So by the time we are back in the New York session 2, I think we should be seeing some kind of price action confirmation, either on the north side or maybe we should be below 29.25. Alright. So that is gold. We can pick up pound right now. Pound sideways triangle continues. The triangle sideways continues to unfold. And that is one of the beautiful, most exciting examples of what a triangle looks like. And believe it or not, if we count waves from the point where it all started, it's actually wave A, wave B, wave C, wave D. That is where we were in the last session, if you remember, Tokyo City overlap. And that is when we decided, or that is when we changed our mind that it could be a triangle in the process. And if it is a triangle, then we should see one more leg lower, and that's what has happened right now. So if we have done correct, the counting is correct, then that is just the last wave. It's the wave E of the triangle setup, please. So we've got wave A, wave B, wave C, wave D, and wave E. It's the time to go and buy and go shopping on the long side for pound. We've already done that around the same price yesterday, so I would not issue a fresh long order. But if you are joining for the first time, or if you don't have any equity on the long side for pound dollar, go and buy it, please, around this level. It is an end of a triangle, wave 4 triangle, just before the thrust wave begins, cut loose on the north side. Alright. Let me bring up the targets up there. Yeah, that's the target, 2790. And 2790 plays a great role. Why? Because it's also testing the previous resistance out there on 1.2800. Alright, so it's all good for pound. It remains bullish, and if the triangle is completing that, it looks like the triangle is just completing its last wave. The next wave should go electrifying speed straight up to 2797, 2800. Let me just check the RSI also. If you look at the strength in the euro and the pound, I think the pound is having an upper hand. Bulls are fiercely in hold with respect to the price action as compared to euro USD. All right. So pound looks more stronger. It's the stop loss. Don't forget, please, stop loss is around 20 to 50, nothing less than that, or nothing more than that. Sorry. Now we can go and test the reviews of coins. Two coins actually. We are waiting for Bitcoin and Solana to cut loose on the north side. Bitcoin is just pipping up. just pushing higher after confirming that wavy triangle. Now we've seen this triangle setup breaking higher a few weeks back in Ripple daily chart. So if you have been following those sessions, you know how powerful triangle breakouts would look like. Believe it or not, we are still just starting, okay, Bitcoin. The bottom has been covered at around 93, 200. We are still just starting. I mean, 3,000 points. I mean, we bought around the same price in Bitcoin, if I remember. But the stop loss is around 89, and the take profit is moving towards 115 and 123. A push above that trend line or the resistance of the consolidation triangle is 100K. A push above 100K would really accelerate and get more buyers into the bus actually. So another 4,000 points higher from here and we are good to be on the north side with more accelerated speed. So nothing changes in Bitcoin and Solana. Okay, Solana is now 171, good for us. We got in long around 167 after getting tipped out, but that's okay. It's a part of the trading game actually. The good thing is that we are reaching at least 211 and around 211 either we say thank you very much and wait for a corrective drop to re-enter, or we can simply move our stop loss to break even. It's either of your choices. But first we need to see a push through. We are at least pushing through 211 and 250. Worst come scenario if it's the first impulse lower. Alright, but doesn't look like the first impulse lower. It's actually a part of an expanded flat ABC, which is now complete. And also on the other side front, it's looking good. No change there. So please remain long in Solana as well. So I think we've touched base with all the six instruments. We are going to come back with the instruments, the indices very soon now. Just watching the charts before coming live here in London session. I think it's not much of the time before we can set in on all three indices, Dow, SPX, Nasdaq, and even Russell 2000. I think if not today, maybe tomorrow, but I think things are setting up nicely over there as well. All right, so we'll bring up those stories as well when the time is correct. And let's bring the current session to a pause. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back again during the New York session 2 at around 9:30 Eastern. Until that time, good luck to your trades and goodbye.